Hello there, it's Chuck Christie with Talk Network Radio and New Dominion Media. And today we're going to be starting a special segment of Good News with Dick Baumbach. How you doing there, Mr. Baumbach?
I am doing great, Chuck, and I hope you are too.
Well, I certainly am, and I know we have a special guest in the studio today, so I'm going to turn it over to you, and I'll stay in the background.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. And our special guest is Abigail. Oh, I made a mistake. It's not Abigail. It's Andrea Robertson. Andrea, hi. How are you?
Hi, I'm great. How are you doing, Dick?
Fine. I just wanted to say I read the book, even though I'm a little older than 10 and 12, and it's outstanding. And it really brings good news to the world in the time we're in right now. And I thank you for that.
Oh, thank you. And that is my heart. It's just to bring families together and get their minds off what's going on and just to laugh and read and spend time together and just appreciate the time that they have together. And at the very end of the book, there's an opportunity to really think about the situation that went on in the book and ask the kids, what did you think? What would you have done? And it encourages them to talk and then look into God's Word and find out, well, what does He say about lost pets? What does He say about being a good neighbor? What does He say about interacting with parents? How do you honor them? Is it okay to lie to your parents? And it's just a book that gets families engaged.
Well, and it really is a neat book. And I have a couple of questions for you.
Okay.
And again, we're bringing good news to the people. How did you come up with the name Abigail and Blake, the two kids that are in the book?
The two kids that are in this book are my children, Abigail and Blake. And I used to read them stories all the time. And eventually they said, tell us a story, make us a story. And I said, okay, well, you can be the main characters. And my daughter was about 5 and my son was 8. And I told him there was going to be a frog in it and he could pick the name. And he picked the name Stink, which is hilarious and not one that I would have picked, but it's a kid name. It made him laugh instantly. And my hope is that it makes other little boys and girls laugh too.
Well, it does.
Uh-huh.
And the thing that I can't believe, because in the room with me right now, I have a frog named Wink. I'm only kidding you. But as you did, and the book really is something that is so perfect for this time of what we're all going through, and to kid parents, etc. And there are people I know that are reading it all over the place. And one of the things that, as we talked before the show, that you indicated that there are some young people who have given you 5-star recommendations.
I have.
Is that true?
When I wrote the book, people said, you need to get some serious people to review this. And I thought, the people that need to review this are children. And so I had a few of my favorite little miniature people review it, and they loved it. And it made me really happy. And I thought, if children love it, then that's all I need.
Yeah, that's amazing. I mean, it's amazing that you came up with that idea and that idea has just really moved on. And I know that I have shared this with some young people, and they have said the same thing, that they really like it. Now, I have a question for you, though, Andrea, and that is, do you think kids are going to start bringing frogs to church after this coronavirus is over?
Well, I hope they don't start taking them to church. But, this book is based on a true story. And when I was little, I found it was a toad, not a frog, and it was about the size of a quarter. And I picked it up and I put it in my purse and I took it to church. And I'm the youngest in my family, and so it was Dad, Mom, my sister, myself, and my little purse with my frog. And during the middle of the service, I took it out and started to play with it. And my sister said, "You're going to get in trouble. You better put that down." And so I did, right in the middle of the service. And then my mom saw it hopping away, and she told me to get down and get it. So I started to crawl around under the pews and eventually collected it and put it back in my purse. But this story was inspired from that event.
So it really did happen.
It really did happen. And there it was, a Mrs. Wigglesbottom, and she sat in front of me in church, and she didn't actually have a fruit buffet hat. She had a hairnet that had Easter egg-colored pearls. And every Sunday she would wear it, and every Sunday I was just enthralled with this lady's hairnet. So that's where that came from.
Well, and so you said that when you were younger, you actually real life for you. So because you're so young, was this like 4 years ago?
Oh, this was in the 70s in a little Methodist church in Pontiac, Illinois.
Okay. So this is, again, a great book. And that's why I wanted you on the good news, because I wanted people to hear about good news.
It is good news, and it's fun, and it's sweet, and it's innocent, and there's nothing you have to worry about in giving this book to a kid. It's lighthearted, it's innocent fun, it's happy, it has a great ending, and it's just happy. It's just something, it's a sweet escape from all the crazy in the world. It's just a sweet thing to hand to a family and just let them enjoy some time of innocence.
Well, and a question for you. Is Stink going to have any friends down the road?
Stink
Can you tell
is absolutely going to have some friends, because I grew up on a farm in the middle of central Illinois, and I myself had a lot of very unusual animal friends, and they're going to come out in the next books and meet the kids.
Now, do you know when the next book will be coming out?
The next book is coming out this fall, and it's called The Adventures of Abigail Rosebud and the Haphazard Cat.
So that the young people who are reading the one about Abigail and the frog named Stink, they can look forward to getting another one. So.
Absolutely, and Stink will be there. He's going to be in her pocket, but he's going to make some new friends.
And where can they get the Abigail book, and where will they be able to get the next book?
They can get the Abigail Rosebud Adventure Series on Barnes & Noble and Amazon Books. You can just click around and you'll be able to find out where to get that online.
And I guess that as we bring this segment together and end it, do you know a gentleman named Chuck Christie?
I do know a gentleman named Chuck Christie. He's amazing, and he's with New Dominion TV and New Dominion Publishing, and he's been very instrumental in getting Abigail Rosebud into everybody's hands. And he's a blessing to me, and I am so glad that he's helping get the word out about this fun, interesting, sweet little book.
Well, when he told me about this, I said to Chuck, I wanted to hop over to you like a frog and actually talk. But because I'm right now in Florida and where are you now?
I'm in Virginia.
okay? But we're able to do this because of technology and because of Chuck. And really, we can both hop around, but I don't think we should right now.
No.
But I want to thank you for bringing good news, not only to kids, but to adults and to moms and dads. And again, it's been an honor and a privilege to talk to you and be with you.
It has been so much fun.
And I look forward to reading the next book.
I look forward to getting that in your hands, too. I can't wait.
Well, thank you, Andrea. And thank you, Chuck. And this is good news for this week, a special edition. Take care.